Hello student. In the last video we have started the chapter microorganism. In that video you have seen the introductory part of this chapter in which we have learned what are microorganism. The microorganism that we cannot see with our naked eyes are microorganism, and they are classified in groups. They are bacteria, fungi, protozoa, algae and viruses. But viruses are only grows or reproduce inside the host organism. That is why they are not in this category, but still we are learning it in this microorganism groups. So there are 5 groups: bacteria, fungi, protozoa, algae and viruses. Now we have learned how these groups are divided. We have drawn the diagram of alga, protozoa and fungi also. Now we are going to see how these microorganisms are our friend and foe, both friends and foe. So some microorganisms are useful, they are beneficial for us, and in day to day life we are using them also. So how these are helpful, first of all let us see. So microorganisms are all around us, they are playing very important role in our lives. Some microorganisms are friendly. Some friendly microorganisms, they are helping us in soil fertility by fixing nitrogen. Nitrogen is very essential part of the soil, and this nitrogen is fixed by a bacteria called rhizobium, which is present in the root nodules of the leguminous plant. Okay, so this is very important. This rhizobium bacteria is very important in nitrogen fixation. We learn about in nitrogen cycle also later on. This bacteria is helpful in making curd and bread. Okay, so in your day-to-day life you have all know about how we are making curd. We are making curd by adding some microorganism. They are not but the lactobacillus bacteria which promotes the formation of curd. Likewise, we are putting yeast or bacteria in bread. This is caused the fermentation which produces carbon dioxide gas, and this carbon dioxide gas helps the dough to become spongy and fluffy because it creates the air holes. So this activity you can do at your home also. This activity 2.3, how the maida with yeast powder raised due to the formation of carbon dioxide. This you can do at your home also. Now some commercial use. Commercially the microorganisms are very important for our life because they are producing some sort of alcohols, and these alcohol and wine are very much useful in medicines and other industrial use also. You know that this yeast is grown on natural sugars present in grain like barley, wheat, rice, crushed fruit juices, etc. So these are very important. This process in which the conversion of sugar into alcohol is known as fermentation. Okay, and the Louis Pasteur discovered the fermentation. Now some medicinal use. Medicinal use means some antibodies or antibiotics are also they are medicines which are generated through microorganism. The source of this medicine is microorganism, and these medicines kill or stop the growth of disease causing microorganism, and these are known as antibiotics. So you can see in 1929 Alexander Fleming was working on culture of disease causing bacteria, and suddenly he found the spores of green molds in one of his culture plate, and he discovered the penicillin. So penicillin was discovered by Alexander Fleming in the year 1929. So this extra information also you can get from this chapter. The Edward Jenner discovered the vaccine of smallpox in 1798. That means these vaccines are also very important in our, you have all gone through the vaccination process. This is very important process. It protect our body from certain diseases. Okay, so this vaccination is also because of the microorganisms. So this vaccine is also the part of this good or friendly microorganism. Some microorganisms are increasing soil fertility, as we already learned about this. The nitrogen fixation bacteria, the rhizobium, which is very much helpful in fixing the nitrogen. They are also known as biological nitrogen fixator. And some bacteria are able to fix nitrogen from atmosphere to enrich soil with nitrogen and increase its fertility. These microorganisms are commonly called as biological nitrogen fixator. In this category, some blue green algae also comes. They are also helps in cleaning the environment. They are decomposing the material into biodegradable product, and so they are playing the role of decomposers. So these decomposers are cleaning the environment. But all these microorganisms are not good for us. Some are very harmful. So let us see what are these harmful microorganisms. Obviously, some microorganisms are disease causing microorganisms, and they are also known as pathogens. They are not only spoiling the food, but they are also involving in disease. So they are causing disease, so they are very harmful for us. Some disease causing microorganism in human are female anopheles mosquitoes, okay, because it is involved in malaria, plasmodium. Female Aedes mosquito act as a carrier of dengue virus, okay. So these are very very dangerous microorganisms. So these microorganisms can spread through air, water, food, or any type of physical contact. So they are all these diseases are known as communicable diseases. So some common human disease caused by microorganism is the given in the table, like tuberculosis, measles, chickenpox, polio, cholera, typhoid, hepatitis, and malaria. Their causative microorganisms is given. Causative means the microorganism is responsible for the cause. Then mode of transmission, how this disease can spread, and what are their preventive measures. These all are given. This is very important. Now how these animals are get affected through this, it is also given. Some animals like anthrax is a dangerous human and cattle disease caused by a bacterium. Foot and mouth disease of cattle is caused by a virus. So animals can also be infected by this microorganism. Now some disease causing microorganism in plant, like citrus canker, which is caused by bacteria and it is spread through air, like rust of wheat, yellow vein mosaic of bindi or okra. These are spread through virus, through insects. So these are all very very harmful for us. So these are all comes under harmful bacteria. Now how these bacteria are responsible for the spoiling of food, that we will learn in the next video. Thank you so much.